this might actually be my favourite piece of all time. It's probably one of my Desert Island discs.
All of a sudden it just sort of comes together and it sounds so great.
It's a masterpiece, and that becomes apparent in the performance that it's a masterpiece.
It really did something to me inside. It's like brought tears to my eyes to hear that human voices could make such a sound.
The power of the singing and playing at the end was overwhelming.
You just can't overestimate how big an effect it can have to be a part of something like a John Passion.
Bach's Passions were written to be performed on Good Friday in Leipzig. They were performed by his choir and his orchestra within the context of a religious service. The congregation would join in the chorales because they're familiar tunes to them.
The project was to do obviously the best job we can do, but also to involve as many different people as we can in the creation of it. It's really important to us that we're finding, a living and breathing audience for opera, that we give the impression that we're doing opera that anyone can go to.
We considered whether we could have the chorales joined in by the audience, but in fact the problem we have is that not so many of the tunes are familiar to modern day congregations. So we decided that in that case we'd have a different sort of choir. So we had children's choirs, we had community choirs, and in a couple of cases gospel choirs. It was interesting approaching the gospel choirs because a lot of them initially were not skeptical, but slightly not sure this was for them. Actually, a lot of them said that this is not our sort of thing. We don't do this sort of music. And I had to persuade them that I wanted what they could bring to the music. I said to them, actually, I don't want to change you. I wanted them to bring whatever gospel singing could bring to Bach's music and to sing with conviction and passion and joy.
I racked my brain for like a few weeks about how am I going to approach this? I actually came up with the idea that they sing it as if they were singing spirituals. So it had a gospel effect to it, not so much changing exactly the music. So that's the passion that we brought to the table for the chorales.
We had to think, well, how can we still make this feel somewhat authentically gospel without changing it from what the overall production is? And it was by changing just the inflections and the phrasing of some of the words that we used to make it sound less structured and more kind of free, with a bit more passion that you would kind of sing gospel with.
Bach himself may have been rolling in his grave,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, I mean, Jonathan gave us free rein to do what we wanted to do, so there we go.